Pericles leads Greece in Sid Meier's Civilization VI. The Athenian orator promoted greater democracy for Athens' lower classes and brought the city into its greatest golden age. Greece's unique ability is Plato's Republic. They get an extra wildcard slot no matter which government they choose. The Greek unique unit is the hoplite. The hoplite gets a bonus when other hoplites are adjacent. The Acropolis is Greece's replacement for the theater district. It gets higher culture adjacency bonuses for being next to districts, especially the city center. It must be built on a hill. Culture also plays into Pericles' ability, surrounded by glory. For every city-state for which Greece is the suzerain, they get a bonus to their culture. Greece is a powerful early game culture civ. By allying with city-states, placing your Acropolis well, and using the bonus wildcard civic, you have the flexibility to pursue any victory from the very beginning. The hoplite will give you the power you need to defend your territory from early aggressive civs, like the Aztec and the Scythians. Will the whole world stand as your memorial? How will you lead Greece in Sid Meier's Civilization VI?
Alright, so that's Greece. So I'm a little bit torn on Greece, on how strong it is. It really kind of depends, I guess. Now obviously they've got the early game hoplite, and it's got that bonus, which is pretty good if you've got enough hoplites, especially depending on how large it is. Obviously these numbers are always subject to change. So obviously early game they could be fairly good, but I feel like they're more of a defensive unit. But either way, they are quite strong still. And then we've got this little
replacement for the theater district. It gets higher culture adjacency bonuses for being next to districts, especially the city center.
Okay, so yeah, basically it's just a culture generating, center, right? So I'd say honestly, I think I'd maybe color them as strong. Not super strong, but strong, just because they have that they have the cultural district, which is going to help kind of boost them throughout the entire game, especially if starting from the early game. And on top of that, they have the extra the extra government slot. So I think that it'll make them able to be very adaptive and get bonuses throughout the entirety of the game, starting from the early game. So I think they'll be reasonably strong, not super strong, but reasonably strong, a little bit above average, just because of how all of these early game bonuses kick in and keep going throughout the game.
Which Greece is the suzerain, they get a bonus to their culture.
You see, so also working with city-states is also going to help. So all these things you can do early game. So I think you'll be able to get a snowball rolling a little bit easier with Greece, because you've got the fighting power, and then you've got all these bonuses that are just kicking in right away. And I think they'll really add up quickly. Now, obviously, if you don't snowball early, I think Greece they'll still be all right. They just won't be like excellent. So yeah, I'd say they're probably going to be strong. But for me, this is one of the slightly less interesting civs, just because I think that I wish they had done more with their hoplites, made them a little bit more interesting. Maybe made it so that they move a little bit slower. Like instead of moving 2, they move 1, but they have like a hoplite formation, something like that, or they're constantly in hoplite formation, and then like you can either you can change in or out, or they're always in hoplite formation, and then they move a little slower. So we'll have to see, but I think that it'll be fun to see how it works out. And hopefully as expansions to this game come out, maybe they think about reworking this passive, because I think flat passive bonuses are less interesting than a mechanic where a unit just plays completely differently. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.